it's time. Let's start. So, good evening, everyone. Once again, you're welcome. And tonight we have a lot of things on our hands. We have a lot of things on our hands that we need to touch. So, for that, let's just get started. Let's just get started. So far, we have had a lot of updates on FxMilk recently, rather, let me say recently. And in some of our back tests, we've seen results as crazy as 90. Back to what we are discussing on. We've had a lot of updates on the system recently, and in back test, we've had results as crazy as 90, 50, 60, 70. Let me say from 55% to 90% win rates, depending on settings. Okay, depending on settings, lots of updates. One thing I probably would not want to do is not show the input section on the screen. As you can see, I moved the input away from the screen for let me say, how do I put this? For reasons best known to me. Okay, I guess that's better. For reasons best known to me. So I'm not going to put that on the screen. So either way, let's proceed. So I'm just going to run few tests first, just few tests, so that you can see what it is that we have currently. So I'm going to run few tests with some settings, which you are going to see how it performs. And but everything, it's the forex industry, and we have this particular saying that every result you see is hypothetical, and we are not giving a guarantee that you have the same results on your accounts. So let's first run. Let me check the data. I don't know how long it is, the data I have here, but GBP card recently, I think that should just be 2023. I actually prefer testing from last year to now for two major reasons. One is the most recent data, and secondly, it's the most recent data is actually what we should be bothered about. Something that has been happening for 5-10 years is not majorly our concern, because happenings of 5 years ago is not the happenings of now. So if the market has been, sideways for 5 years, and last year or last 2 years it became trendy, then you need to understand that some things are happening in the world economic space that is making the market trending. Okay, so it's making the market trending. So either way, let's just get to it. We don't have much time. It is Zoom, and Zoom always limits us to 40 minutes for the course. So I'm just going to make this very fast. So I'm just going to run a test right now. I'm going to run a test. I've added the input, but I want to check the period. So I'm not using date mode so I can check. So it's 2023, from 2023, and capital was $100. Trade size was 0.01, which means all trades are taken at 0.01. Here we have trailing stop loss. So unlike before, where the AI just decides when to close, here we have reprogrammed it in such a way that, bro, if you're already in profits to a degree, secure the profits. Whatever happened, trail the stop loss. So that is why you are seeing all these modified. So the first order that was placed on the 2nd day of January last year was a sell GBP card here. I would run multiple pairs as well so that you can see. And that first trade was a 15-cent profit. That's because the trailing stop loss is very tight. It's very, very tight. So you can see the majority of the profit, and it is 0.01. So majority of the profit are just in cents. But if you now look at the graph, which is actually the most important aspect of it, you observe that even though the incomes are small, but it is able to gather it over a long period of time, over a lot of trades. I think we are done with the test. So up to 20-something thousand trades, I guess. I don't know, but let me check. So let's check the report. So the report is where we get the information that we need. Let me take this out. Okay, so better. Okay, great. So the report tells us that we had a total trade of 3,000 trades. Okay, and we won 98% of the trade, as you can see here. 98% of the trade. This is crazy results. We won 98% of 3,000 trades, which is about 3,700 trades. So we had 3,800 trades and we only lost 66 trades. over the course of last year till so on the 16th, that was 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. That was Thursday. So that was Thursday. Because I always update my trading data almost every day to give me the latest results. So up to Thursday, if we started last year, January, we can turn $100 to $1,000 using 0.01 lot size. Now, I don't want you to go with the mind that we are going to win 98% of our trades, okay? Because we may most likely not even win 98% of our trades because of what the market is doing right now. And we have multiple settings this time around. And one of the major reasons why I am hosting this meeting is so that you can have your mind prepared. And I want to give you guys options on your account so that you'll be able to say, okay, I think I prefer these settings which you used in this video. How about I go with this? How about I go with this? So let's call this settings A. Okay, the same period, the same time, settings A. Took a total of 3,861 trades. Now, I need to tell you something. Let me check the report first. Current 4, okay, GBP card, it should be 14, but not 4. But it's using the current spread as of when the market closed, which was 4. Now, I prefer to use this spread of 14 for a test. Now, why? On this report now, you can see that we made a total profit of $1,106 from a profit of from a capital of $100. But this spread of 4 pips on a GBP card pair is for raw account, and raw account takes in what we call commission. Okay, for those who have raw account with IC markets, they charge commission. So let's calculate how much commission we'll pay out of this profit because the commission is not calculated already here. So let's do the calculation together. So we had a total of 3,861 trades. So we are going to multiply that by the lot size, by each lot size to know how much lot did we trade. 0.01 lot size. Okay, so that's going to be 38 lot size. That's the total lot size we trade, and they charge $7 per lot size, so times 7. So it means in the 1,106, we are going to pay 270.27. So if we remove that from 1,106, your actual profit is going to be around $835, which, if you ask me, is not bad for a 1,000%. About it should be about 800% return on investment. So it's not bad in 2 years. It's not bad for me. If you say it, banks pay 20% per year. Maximum is 50% actually, but let's say 20% per year. So in 2 years, you are getting 40%. So if you have anything that can pay you more than 40% in 2 years, it's awesome for those who have capital. Okay. So that we already know that we have this return. Now, if we are to use, though I'm not expecting a better result, but if we are to use an account where we don't want to pay commission, so which means it's going to be a standard account, so our spread is going to be increased. So we are going to use, because of MT4's limits, how do I put this? I don't know how to put it, but limitation. You can actually just use fixed spread. Okay, you couldn't use variable spread. I think there's an option to use variable spread, but it's not direct, but not here. So let's just use a fixed spread of 10 instead of 14. 14 because the market is closed. So if the market is open, which is when we'll trade, it should be normally below 14 because I always observe it. So let's say we use a 10 pip spread. So now, remember this result. One thing I always count in my results majorly is absolute drawdown, which is how much of my exact capital did we go down by. So literally we went down by 33 cents. All this one I'm not really bothered because this is relatively from profit as well, but this is the absolute drawdown, which to me matters most. So I look at absolute drawdown, my profit factor. So I have a 3.9 profit factor, which means if you take the total profit and you remove the gross loss, you divide it by gross loss. Okay, you take your gross profit divided by your gross loss, it's going to give you your profit factor. All right. So what I always check most is just this line. All these ones come in later, but just the net profit, profit factor, absolute drawdown, and total trade. So you can see that we have a net profit of $1,100, profit factor of 3.9, and absolute drawdown 0.33. So let's, with 10 pip spread, what are we going to have? Same duration, same pair, same settings. What are we going to have? Okay, what are we going to have? By just looking at the graph, you can see that it is not as smooth as the first one. Okay, you can see some kind of stop loss kind of thing here. Now, I will show you a little of the, I don't know yet, maybe I'll show you a little of the settings, but I don't think that really matters now. I just want you to be able to identify what it is that you want. So let's just call this settings A. Okay, this is settings A, and this is the result that settings A is giving us. This meeting is recorded, so you can literally just go back, replay, watch, and know what exactly it is you want, within the meeting. So let's see, this time around, we are not paying commission because we have increased the spread, believing that we are using the standard account now. So what is our result? Now, if you observe, our result is almost as close as what we got when we used the calculator. Where's the calculator? So, okay, sorry. Okay, into the history. All right, I think I forgot. I closed it the other time. So we got around $800 back then, and now you can see without spread, we got $800 as well. Absolute drawdown was a little higher. Profit factor was a little lower. That is just to account for spread. That's to account for spread. Now, over in these settings, I need to tell you that sorry, I should have adjusted something. I want us to risk the same profit for the same loss. The one we just finished now, we're actually risking more. We're even risking like 4 times for loss in case of profits. But our trailing stop is what is covering. Now, this second settings, now let me just run the second settings first. And we'll proceed from there. Now, this second settings I'm running now, we're having 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, which means I'm risking 20 pip stop loss for a 20 pip profit. Okay, and this time around, I'm not going to use I don't know what the result will be. Okay, I'm not going to use trailing. I'm not going to trail our stop loss, so which means there's not going to be anything like all this modify that you are seeing earlier on. It's not going to be there. Okay, so let's call this settings 2. So all this modify, which means is either TP or SL. TP or SL. Now I want you to take a look at this report once again. This is 10, 5, 800, sorry, this is 859, 3, 0.4, and 3,000 trades. Okay, so I'm going to reduce this back to the current spread, which is going to be around 4, because we have to test it in 2 phases. Okay, so let's give it a try now. So this time around, no trailing stop loss, and we are having a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Now, I want you to know that for you to break even on a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, you need to be profitable at least 50% of the time. So let me start the test. You need to be profitable at least 50% of the time. If you are profitable at least 50% of the time, you will break even. You'll not make profits. But if you are profitable at least 51%, you'll be profitable. If you are risking 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Okay, so risk reward actually matters a lot in trading. Risk reward, how much are you risking for how much are you earning? So if you have 10 trades, 1-to-1, if you win 5, you are break even. If you win the 6th trade, you are in profit already. Okay, so if you have a 1-to-2, which means you are risking 1 to make 2, all you need to be profitable is 33%. To break even is 33%, sorry, 33.3% to break even. Anything above 33, like 34%, you are profitable already. So risk reward is not what we are teaching today. If we have time to come back and teach that, maybe I'll be able to explain more on that. So look at the graph. Obviously, you can tell that our profit has reduced. Okay, look at the report. See, so our profit factor has reduced from 800. Our net profit is now 500. Okay, profit factor is 2, which means we had $1,000 gross profit and about $500 gross loss. And total trade has reduced to 1,000 trades from a total of 3,000 trades. So commission that we'll be paying here is going to be around $70. So that's $70 off this. And that's still going to give us about 400 plus, $450 thereabout. And that is still a lot of profit from $100 capital. That's about 400%, 500% return on investment. And this time, if you check percentage of total trades profitable, we were only profitable 67%, which means risking 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, straight SL or TP, whenever we have entered the trade, either SL or TP, whichever one it is, what we are getting out of that trade, is a what we are winning, amount of it that we won of this trade that we just took of all these trades, you can see it's either SL, buy TP, is either SL or TP. So you can easily use this is actually the data I prefer to use in my calculation, because trading comes in at any time and it does not give you a balanced overview of what your system is doing. But with this one, you have a balanced overview because you know that you are risking one-to-one, and this is the kind of result you are getting out of one-to-one. So it just makes a lot of sense that you can tell that, okay, this system is profitable at least 67%, almost 70% of all the trades that is taking came in profitably, and this is just settings too, which to me actually is like one of the best settings I prefer. Now we have another settings which I'm going to go into, and in this particular settings, take profit and stop loss is going to remain as it is. But another thing is that I would allow the AI to close at any point it feels like, okay, it is better to close now. So either the trade is still running in loss and it feels like, okay, let us close and cut loss here, which means the trade has not hit your stop loss. But the AI feels like, okay, let's close it here. It can close it there. Or the trade is running and it's running in profits and it has not reached TP. And the AI feels like, let us close here as well so that we don't get reversed on. Then we close it there as well. So I'm just going to run this as well. And I quickly want to cover all these settings so that we can go to another thing. So in this case now, you see in the result that there will be some things like close. Yeah, for instance, look, this sell, close. So it doesn't hit TP or SL, but it feels like, okay, let's close. And others will hit SL, others will hit TP, or some will close. You can see some will come, some will close, another will close, some will close in profit, some will close in loss. It's just the AI doing its thing over there. Okay, so let's see if we get a better result than what we had just about now. If the closing is actually helpful. Okay, let's see. Let's wait. We're almost done. I'm trying to run it as fast as possible because we are limited on, though I can restart the meeting, I have the meeting recorded twice, but I also don't want to waste our time. And I'm also running on battery here. So I mean, I'm running on battery. So if you check, we are more profitable in terms of net profit. Our profit factor is almost the same thing, gross profit, gross loss. And this time around, we were 71% profitable, which means of all the trades we take, we want 71% of it. So from all the three settings I have shown you so far, goes to show you that the system is profitable so far. Like the logic is profitable, the trading logic is profitable. So this is the last settings I'll be doing. Now, these settings here, I will deliberately increase the profit, take profit and stop loss to a degree where I know that it can never hit, like 20,000 pip TP and 20,000 pip stop loss. I know it can never hit stop loss or TP. But why I'm doing that is because I want it to all trades. I want all trades to be closed by the AI alone. So no trade is going to hit TP, no trade is going to hit SL, and no trade is going to be trailed, nothing like trailing stop loss or anything. So everything you'll be seeing here in this result is going to be buy, sell, close, 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 instead of all this SL and TP that you are seeing. So let's quickly run that as the last running for now. We're almost 20 minutes gone. And so if you observe, you can see that the pattern is not like what it was before. It's totally different because we are not hitting SL, we are not hitting TP. It is just the AI that is feeling like, okay, let us close here, let us close this here, let us close this here, which is actually very related to the current logic that we are using on our accounts. This is like the pattern we are using on our account, and that is why you can have times where you go down like this. And I'm not going to lie to you. This is let me say my second most preferred logic. Okay, this is my second most preferred logic. It's profitable, but on the long run, because you have periods where it will be like, this thing is, why is it like this now? So period like this, see, this on 25 of May, I think that's May, 5th month. Yeah, that's May 2023. We are $193. And by the time we are entering the 6th month, 14th of 6th of June, we are at 178. So which means we are down like $20 thereabout. And this is where I always say, this is where a lot of people give up. Okay, this is where a lot of people give up on trading. But if you check the whole pattern overall, the whole chart overall, you can see that at the end of the day, we are profitable. See, we're even 75% profitable. Our profit factor has reduced, indeed, but our net profit is still up. Our absolute drawdown has been touched badly. Now, these are the difference. Okay. Now, on that $100, same $100 we're using to test. Okay, I'm just using $100 as a base line for testing. We can just easily do the multiplication for whatever account size you are using. So I'm just using $100 as a baseline for testing. Now, if you check, absolute drawdown is 19, which is like 19% of their whole account. So imagine someone bringing an account in, and that was the day we hit the 19% drawdown. You know, the person will be like, you see, this system is working. And that is why I actually wished that all new members are here live on this Zoom meeting. I don't know why many of them are not here. So, but either way, we can see that of all every settings I've shown you, every settings are profitable. Every settings are profitable. But the profitability usually comes on the long term. So what we need is just a prepared mind, stable capital, trust in the system. It's as simple as that. So it's not like the money I want to use next week, I want to put it in. No. The money I want to use in next year or next 2 years, okay, let me put it in. How much am I willing to risk? This is the maximum amount I'm willing to risk. Okay, let us look at what settings will work for you. What risk size will work for you. Now, everything I've shown you here, everything I've shown you, every settings I've shown you so far is based on a static lot size. Okay, now let me use just this last settings here and let me change it to percentage trading. Let's have it risk around 1% of the account per trade. Let me see. Okay, I think that's not 1%, that's probably 10 or 15%. I had a little issue while I was programming this percentage issue. So I always make the error myself. I can't really tell that this is the percentage I'm using. This is not the percentage. I can't really tell. I'm not going to lie to you. But after I test it, it tells me the percentage. Then I understand and I move on. Let me see. I don't even know whether it will still increase or not because I think I'm using 1% or 5%. Okay, it increased. It increased. Yeah, it increased. It increased. So let us see how it will go. Now this time around, let me check. We should be okay. The reason why. Oh, sorry. Regardless of what percentage settings I use, based on the fact that my lot size is crazily unachievable. So the calculation is going to be flawed. The calculation is going to be flawed. So what I'll do is that I will bring my lot size down back. I'll bring my lot size down back. The calculation is going to be flawed, but regardless, we know it's profitable, sure. And that's what we are seeing. And now look at the difference in the pattern. Difference in the pattern. I want you to observe something towards this end of this month. I want you to observe something. I'll just come back there later. But I want you to observe the pattern. Look at how well we made profit here, 3,009, and then we came down to $3,900 down within the period of, I don't want to see how long, July 2024 to September 2024. And for those who joined July, you can tell indeed, Mr. Caleb is here. Yeah, he joined July. You can tell that July to September was, July was very, very crazy for us. And as you can see, look at it here. From the 4th of July, we're in profit, and down to the end of July, everything we're losing trades upon losing trades. And this is where many people give up. I say, no, I don't think I can do this. And then we moved to the next one, September. I think some of us could remember September as well. We had like some drawdowns at the beginning of September. We had some drawdowns, so which was like within 6 days. That is what you're experiencing here, within this line here, that you can see. So that is what you're experiencing here. So that is the drawdown, September drawdown. And then what happened next? Look at that rally. Look at the rally. Straight. Okay, what am I saying? September, August. Okay, August, sorry. July to August. Okay, I think it came in August. Calculation months, August from September. But you know what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that, in essence, we had a profitable August. I think the 8th month is August, right? Yeah. Up to September, up to the beginning of September. And then September had some drawdown. Yeah, September, I knew September had some drawdown. September had some drawdown for some week. Then September was overall, at the end of September, we were profitable. At the end of September, we were profitable. Then October came, we didn't get much trade. Now, the logic here is different from the previous logic. Okay, I'm running out of time. I think they're telling me I'm running out of time. And would host the meeting again. We'll host the meeting again. I'm not sure if it will be the same link, but whichever link it is, we have nine minutes left because I need us to cover quite a lot of things. Quite a lot of things. So in essence, you can see that we were down for some time again, and we at the end of the month we were profitable. According to what you can see here, we're profitable. And now, if you check last week, what are we again? We're down again. And that is what kind of results you are seeing. On the 15th, on the 16th, go and check it. That was when we were down. That was when we had like crazy results down the market was. And I think that was when GP card was doing this rubbish. Let me show you what happened. Where are you? Okay, there. This should be it. This should be it. Yeah, 15, 16. You can see on the 15th here. And there was a massive sell. And the reason you observe on the account that the AI is taking buy because we were previously in a buy trend. So the AI was like, okay, we should be able to buy here. Divicard said, are you whining me? Let's buy here. Let's buy here. Divicard said, are you whining me? So that was like, I'm just trying to make it as funny as possible. I know we lost money there, but it's just part of the business. So it goes to show you that the AI knows what it's doing. Okay, it knows what it's doing. It knows we're in a buy trend. So we should be able to buy at least reverse more, buy, but the DB card was like, no, not this time around. So we have 7 minutes left. So far, I think we've been able to cover about 3 settings. I've been able to explain what happened or what has happened in recent months. For if we had started last year, we would have, I don't know, by now, I don't think anybody will be able to complain about anything though. I don't think anybody will be able to complain about anything because you have experienced tons and tons of results, of profitable results, to give you an assurance that whatever is happening now is just a phase in the market, which will come and it will go. Okay, so far we've been able to run multiple settings and we've seen how profitable the new system is. And we just tested the percentage system. Let me remove the percentage. So for now, we are done with all that. Now, now this is one aspect where I think we should talk about risk. How much are we willing to risk? And I want to talk about that within 5 minutes. Now, right now, I already set it to risk 20 pip on a static lot size, 20 pip on a static lot size. Okay, and I don't want the AI to close anything now. I want it to be SL or TP. Now, the reason why I prefer to use these settings, that's to be settings 2 or 3. The reason I prefer to use these settings and explain to you is because it gives us a positive overview of whatever could come out of the market, a straight overview of whatever could come out of the market, SL or TP, SL or TP. So in this kind of scenario, we can easily have our mind prepared. We know for sure that as I'm going to sleep, because majority of it is programmed to trade at night. Check the time, you see it's night. It's programmed to trade majority at the night time. Of course, we can edit that to day trading and everything like that, but we don't have time for all that right now. We have 5 minutes left. But you know that, okay, on every single trade, I know the maximum amount I can lose. I know the maximum amount I can lose. So based on settings that we have both discussed and you've discovered, okay, if a particular trade is taking, maximum I can lose is $1.4, or let me say $1.5. So the only thing that could happen is, okay, nights like this when we have a sell profit, a sell. I'm looking for multiple SL. Okay, you feel like okay, and you're on the same date, which is very good for testing purpose. You can see multiple SL on the same night, on the same day. So the worst that could happen is that let's say we have 10 trades that goes against me, and I don't think we have 10 consecutive trades. You can check it in the report. Maximum consecutive losses is 5, which means 5 straight trades were going down in losses over the past 1 year. Now, what I'm saying here is not a guarantee of what is going to happen in the future, but it is a possibility of what may happen. So maximum of say 5 consecutive trades. So you know that, okay, even if we have 10 consecutive trades that is losing, how much is the maximum I am losing per trade based on the settings we have? So from here, I can tell that, okay, I'm losing $1.5 per trade. So I'm losing the maximum of $15 if I have 10 consecutive trades. So I already have my mind prepared that, okay, maybe I'll lose $15 overnight. One of the reasons why I don't really bother when we are in drawdown is because, let me see, my mind is already prepared for anything. in the forex market. The money I put in my funded accounts or my trading account, how do I say it? Are the money I don't bother about. And there are funds that I feel like, okay, if we lose it, good. It's part of the business. I know how much I've from this business. If I lose anything, it's part of the business. I think this is where the 5 days came in. Yeah, this is where the 5 days came in. So it's part of the business. So whatever comes in, comes in. Whatever goes out, goes out. So let's just take it like that. So I already have my mind prepared. So it does not give me any issue. It doesn't get me bothered at all. It doesn't get me bothered. Now, the only place you may have an issue is because maybe you feel like, me, I put my own in percentage, which everyone was using before. So let's say I'm using percentage right now. Since I have fixed lot size here, let me see. Yeah, I have fixed lot size here. Let's see what percentage will look like. We couldn't take the trade. Let me see previous margin. I always have issues with margin requirements. Yeah. Okay, let's use $1,000. $1,000 trading capital. We'll be able, is it easier to calculate on $1,000 then? Let me see. Okay. I think we have $1,000 settings now. Okay, close to share now. Not enough money. That I'm very sorry, but you see this percentage calculation. I'm having like 4 zeros now, and it's still telling me it cannot calculate. I don't know how many percent is that one. I'll still have to work on that percentage calculation. Okay, it won't open 68 lot size. That's not gonna happen. And $1,000 capital is never going to happen. Okay. Let's check it now. Okay, it's better now. It's better now. Now you can just look at, okay, that's the maximum which we trade because we have probably hit our maximum lot size. But let's start from here. Sell, TP, buy, TP. You can easily tell that, okay, how much from my $1,000 dollar am I making? If I'm making 99 on $1,000 from my very first trade, which means I'm risking the same amount because I told you we are 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. We have less than 1 minute, 2 minutes to go. 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. So I'm probably risking 10% of my account per trade as well. So I think I still need to add one more zero. But either way, you already get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Like how much am I risking per trade already? I already know, okay, this is how much I am risking per trade. Maximum consecutive losses, 5. So I'm risking, because we couldn't complete, that's why we have 1.3 here. So I'm literally risking 1% per trade. And let's say maybe in the night, I can lose 10 straight trades. Maybe I'm losing 10 straight trades in the night. Then how much am I going to be risking? I'm risking 10% of my account. So I already know that, okay, my mind is prepared. At least when I wake up, maybe 10% of this fund is gone. Maybe. So if I now wake up and I meet profit, what do you think will happen? I'll be happy because my mind is already prepared for the worst. Like Jesus said in one of his songs, he says, hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping to make money. That's why I'm in this business. But I'm expecting the worst. What is the worst that could happen? Less than a minute. You know what? Let me stop the video here and okay, I have a chat. Oh, sorry. Oh, if I can speak a bit louder. Noisy and it's outside. Oh, sorry. You can probably watch the download as well. You can watch the video. So let me stop. Awesome. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So already have my mind prepared that okay, this is how much I'm risking per account per trade. Now, like I said, I'm trying to make this as flexible for everyone. Okay, the reason why is that you individually have VPS, which means I have enough resources for everyone's account. Okay, so for those who have been in the FX making, have been with me for a while, who knows FX make, we have a particular software which we call the FX make guard. Okay, now the work of the FX make guard is to ensure that okay, your account is safe no matter what. So if we are like, okay, of course, I may decide to just reprogram some of the codes of FX make guard into this version. Okay, I'm still working on it. If you check here on my dashboard, let me see if you can see it here. So you can see I have like many version, mode version and everything like that. That's just because I'm not yet done. I'm still like constantly updating every single day. Like I may just sleep. I'm serious now. It may sound funny, but I'm very serious. I may just sleep, maybe wake up around 12 a.m. An idea will just come into my head. If you add this and this, you should be able to get these results. I'm up straight, switched on my laptop, and I may work from like 12 a.m. to I don't know what time. I don't know what time. So please have a lot of action because I'm constantly working on further development and everything like that. So let's just get along with it. So literally we've tested on GBP card, and I wanted to show us something, and I think I did show us. Let me check. Let me be sure I showed us. Let me add one more zero to this thing. Let me add one more zero to this thing and start it and see what the results will look like. Okay, it should be 0, 1. Okay, this is actually better because it gives us enough time to test, and I don't think we should hit so much profit that we wouldn't be able to, cover to the end of the trading period. So I think I was able to show us, okay, I think that was on the last settings I showed us, actually, not here. This one is like risking 1%, Abby. Let me see how much do we risk. I look at the first trade. The capital is 1,000%. Is that $1,000? So $10 is like 1% of it. So yeah, this 1% risk per trade. Same period, same settings, just percentage difference. And this is one thing I always talk about, the power of compound interest. The power of compound interest. How do you tell someone you started with 1,000 and now you're at 25,000? It's because you keep risking 1%, profit or loss, TP or SL, 1% alone, 1%. So as you are growing, 1% is added, 1% is removed, 1% is added, 1% is removed. And before you know it, it's crazy, but we have 36 grand here. It's crazy, yeah. But 36 grand is there. And profit factor is still standing where it's standing. Profitable trade is still 67%. All other things being equal, like we do say, ceteris paribus. So let's get back to it. So we've been able to establish the fact that we have multiple settings which we can actually input on different accounts. Now, your risk tolerance is what is going to determine what kind of settings you put on your account. Now, I need to be sincere with you. The last okay, so this is the stop loss, this is the take profits. Okay, this is stop loss, this is take profit, this is the percentage. And if you see me counting zeros, this is the percentage zeros I was counting. For some reason, I didn't get that settings right, but either way, we'll get it all right later. The calculation so that we can use 1x, 2x, 10x like it was in previous AI. So previous AI version. So this is your risk, this is your reward. The reward, this is your trading period, max open order, calculation, time frame calculation, current time frame, trailing stop, force, trailing starts, trailing force. This ones doesn't matter. Maximum spread and auto closing by AI definition is also switched off. So okay, so let's proceed. I wanted to show us something here. Based on the previous AI we are using currently, this auto closing is always set to true so that the AI closes it. And one thing you should understand is that if we have an auto close, okay, I'm trying to explain this so that everyone can have the understanding that I have right here. If we set it to auto close, we cannot really rely on our percentage risk reward ratio. Okay, we cannot rely on our percentage risk reward ratio. Why? Because the stop loss, usually when we put it as auto close here, it is in two ways. Okay, we can put it as auto close within a meaningful stop loss range, which means we know that whatever happens, our stop loss is a guarantee. Okay, but at times we feel like, okay, let the AI run. We don't want stop loss. We don't want take profit. Let it close when it wants to close. Let it, do whatever it wants to do alone. We don't want stop loss or take profits to target. And that is where we can increase this one to like 20,000 or 2,000. We know that price will never, ever move within a day by 2,000 people. Never. It has never happened, and I don't think it can ever happen in this life. And if it happens, there's nothing impossible. If it happens, it happens. Either way. So that's what I was saying. if we are now using, let's say the 20,000, 2,000, let's use 2,000, still the same thing, 2,000. Now, you cannot successfully use percentage calculation here. Why? Because we have the AI doing the opening and the closing. So I think I'm saying this now, prefer that we use a fixed lot size when we want the AI to handle the closing alone, which means we don't want trailing, we don't want stop loss, we don't want anything. We just want the AI to handle the closing alone. Just the AI doing its thing alone. Okay, so I prefer that we just put it in a fixed lot size. So we know that, okay, this one now is to me is high risk. It's high risk because you can't tell how far it will go. But if you observe the AI, you know that there are sometimes it opens a trade, like, okay, sell or buy. The market goes the opposite direction. Let's say it opens a buy, the market starts selling. Okay. Then for the world market, when the market wants to start buying back, the AI just close the trade and feel like, okay, I think we have recovered a little. Let's close. And then the market starts going to the direction it initially wanted to go. You know, that kind of thing, that kind of feeling, it happens on the account for everyone that observed. And you feel like, why this AI no calm down now? It's programming. AI doesn't calm down. It doesn't calm down. So it's programming. So that one is that like that. So what am I saying in essence is that because of that, if we probably stick to a particular lot size, let's say 0.1 for $1,000 account. Let's just try 0.1 for $1,000 account here. Every other thing being equal. Wait, did I put AI close? Yeah, AI close. AI close alone. 0.1 for $1,000 account. It's still going to be very profitable. As you can see, it's profitable. It's just that you don't know where to close. For instance, look at the move here from 1,122. That's not just in a single trade, to 953. Let me check that date on the 19th of 3. So let's check 19th of 3. How much did we lose? 19th, third month. Okay, first month, page down. Okay, so we are close. Should be around here. Should be around here. One of those trades should be around here. Because you see, we are closing minus 19, we are closing minus 16, and we have something around here. Look at it, minus $56 overnight. I know a brother is actually active right now. And you'll be like, take it some more. I no panic, but the bros they calculate the thing in naira. You know that kind of thing. I'm actually joking, bro. I know you can hear me. So you know that kind of thing where everyone is muted, so I'm the only one speaking. Now look at this. Look at this. 0.1. Now this is actually a very good example. We have still risking 0.1, all trade 0.1. But look at this loss. Minus $90. That guy would have said, that's about 120K, 130K, that kind of thing. But this happened in a single night. Okay, it happened in a single night. It's not even a night, it's like waited till the next day before it closed this trade. Then it starts the recovery process. And if you check, this is 1,604. When next did you get to 1,618? In just 2 days after, we are already above the losses we suffered. And it's not like we didn't even have some minor losses in between. We had some minor losses in between, but within few days, we are already back in profit. Within few days, we are already back in profit, and it keeps going on like that and like that and like that. And $1 turns out to be extra 6 grand, giving us about 7 grand thereabout. So what I'm saying in essence is that I just want you to have a feel of this. So for what is happening on the account right now, it has this kind of pattern. If you observe, we hardly hit SL because the SL is very far. I'm very open to you so that you know what you are into. The SL is very far. So that's why we hardly hit SL. But you see that the trades get closed. Trades get closed at, when the AI feels like, okay, let's cut loss here. This by calculation, by coding, by programming, by logic, let's cut loss here. Let's take profit here. Let's cut loss here. Let's take profit here. You see, it doesn't set TP. But this one, I already put it. Set TP, set SL, set everything that needs to be set, put everything in place, and let's use it. So I just want to have a view, understanding of what this system is. In fact, I actually don't mind having a one-on-one section with each and every one of you. when I'm about to set up your account, let's call it like a fresh setup for this new AI. Okay, you have seen this, you have watched the video. If you are not alive, you haven't, sorry, what do I mean if you are not alive? Sorry, if you are not live during the video session, during the live session like this, you watch the replay. You saw what was going on in the replay. You saw what everyone saw as well. So what settings do you think is your risk tolerance level? Is your risk tolerance level? Your capital, how much are you willing to put to risk about in it? Okay, let's see, what can we do together? How can we work together? You know, when we come to that kind of dialogue together, we can easily say, okay, for your account, let's put these settings, and these settings, and let's see what goes on. Let's observe. For me, everything works because I have a zero-sum mindset. Whatever happens, happens. But I cannot expect that same attitude from my investors. No, I cannot expect it. So I expect that my investors be bothered. My investors be concerned about their funds. I make money from the Forex market. The Forex EA has paid me a lot. But for people that are coming in for the first time, for people that have lost in other, maybe using other trading systems and lost and they feel like, okay, let's give this a try. I cannot expect them to have the mindset I have. So I prefer, if I'm just going to spend 30 minutes with you online, or it shouldn't even take up to 30 minutes if you watch this video already. Let's get the settings that is best suitable for you. Let's put it and let's go on. So now this is the settings for GBP card. Let's try GBP JPY. I don't know what GBP JPY will give us, but let's just give it a try. I already have the data for almost every of these things. So you can see now, look at this now. This is a particular drawdown level here, 571 from $1,000 capital. Let us be realistic. Let me be realistic with you as well, because I don't have any reason not to be realistic with you. If I am an investor giving someone my capital, and for the very first time we started trading from my $1,000, before we even go to 1,110, we are already down $500. Will I be able to continue? Will I have the mind to continue? Let's even say for the first time, will I be able to continue? And what I would not know is that my $1,000 can still go as high as 3,000 as we are looking at it here. But all these phases, all this period of drawdowns, how many clients? This is one question I always ask myself when I'm programming. And I think this thing is affecting me in such a way that I always want to program to perfection. And I understood the fact that I cannot program to perfection. I cannot program to perfection, no matter how much I try. How many clients will be willing to wait from 26th of July till 9th of October 2023? That is about July, August, September, October. That's about 4 months. 4 months of continuous drawdown. How many clients will wait? From 2008 or 2009 down to 1009. That's $1,000 out. Now I'm just talking about this. I'm using this as reference point. Okay, reference point. That's about 50% of the account down. Look here as well, 50% down here. Another 50% down here. How many clients will wait? How many clients would want to continuously give it a try? But for those who wait, look at the end results. 6,000. That's 500, five times whatever their capital is, or 5 or 6 times. Yeah, 6 times whatever their capital is. That's 600%. But people would have, chickened out at 50% drawdown. So we need to sit together and say, okay, what is your risk appetite? What is your risk appetite? See, 58% relative drawdown. This is it. What is your risk appetite? Okay, bro, Alpha, I don't risk more than 30%. Okay, if that's the case, instead of using this extensive stuff, let's use a fixed, a very close, stop loss. It's just that your result is not going to be the same with others, so that we know that, okay, whatever happens, this is the maximum we are losing on the account. Whatever happens, and look at the results. It's different. The result is different this time around. It's not like that guy. Now, the difference is the other time when we started, we first lost like $500. Yeah, we didn't even lose any $500 at all. And let us check what the reports will be. So this settings, this one-to-one risk reward settings, like I always said, is actually one of my best settings. one of the best settings. And I actually added the auto close as well. Added the auto close. We can mix it up, 1-to-1, auto close, join, everything back and forth. So you already have it in mind. Okay, what is the maximum I'm losing per trade, per night? $13, $15, SL $15. Okay, maximum $15. We can tell. Or maximum $20. We can tell because we have close and everything. Maximum $20. All right, no problem. Let's give it a try. Let's go. Let's go. Now, at the end of the day, one thing you observe is that we still had the same risk. We had different risk reward. We had the same lot size, and we all ended at almost the same profits. So for someone that is down 50%, or someone that is not even down 50%, we all came back to the same results. But this one of the benefits of these particular settings here is that this 2020 settings is that at the end, maximum drawdown is just 4%. Relative drawdown is just 6%, which is like prop firm standard. That's the benefit of this one here. Apart from that, nothing else. The results, the earning is almost the same thing. So I just needed to show you guys that we have a lot of development. I want to probably end this video now because of time, and we'll come to, it's almost 9, so by 9 I'll end this section. Maybe we'll have another day. We'll come back again. There's a lot to discuss. I actually feel like if we can do this like almost every week or every time, I'm more than ready to, okay, let's do this thing, because there's a lot of things I feel like, okay, let me expose these people to. Now that's DBP-JPY. Let's try another one. Next one is CAD CHF. The same settings. I'm not modifying any other thing, just same settings. Okay, same settings. 2020 risk reward, 20 pip profits, 20 pip stop loss risk reward, auto close added. What is going to be the results? 0.1, $1,000 capital, 0.1. I'm using relative lot sizes so that we can be able to use it to calculate our maximum loss, the amount that we can do. So I think max SL here is $24. Max SL here is $24. It's $24 thereabout. So that's like 2%, based on the fact that PIP calculation, USD CHF is not the same as GBP JPY, and this is an extra $6,000. An extra $6,000. We want 73% of trades. 73% of trades, we maximum drawdown of 6% as well. Relative drawdown of 8% as well. So I know as you are saying it here, you yourself watching this video either as a replay or being live here, you feel like, okay, I think I prefer this particular settings over this particular settings, this particular one over this particular one. Now, another thing is that if I want these results to be much more crazier than this, now we had a 73% win rate here. If I want 90% win rate, all I just needed to do is just put in my trailing. Where my trailing guy is here. True. Okay, let's go. Let's see what they are going to bring out. Oh, my trading guys will just come in. This guy just comes in, starts trailing every trade, and the trade will be much more. Profits will be much more. That's just the truth. You can see the profits now. Instead of $7,000, you are looking at $12,000 already. $18,000 already. It's actually very crazy. It's just that instead of 1,000 trades, you may be seeing 5,000, 10,000 trades at the end of this one now. So this is about 4,000, 5,000 trades. You can see 4,000 trades. Profit factor of 4.1, like massive profit factor here. And we are winning 91% of the trades. Now we now have to pay commission of about 41. I think that's going to be 41, 0.01. Let me see. Calculator. 4176 times 0.1. That's our lot size here. That's 417 times 7. So I still have to pay about $3,000 commission. So you take 3,000 away from 19,000, you still have 16,000 left. Same capital, same period, but different settings. Same capital, same pair, same period, different settings. Different settings. That's just it. And one thing about this kind of settings is that indeed you are winning 3,800 and something trade, but look at largest profit trade and largest loss trade, because we have our SL very close. though. And TP is also is very close. It doesn't make us feel it. But average, look at the average. This is where you know. Because why? We are closing based on trailing stop loss. So our average profitable trade was $6.7. And our average losing trade was $18. So imagine someone gathering $60 and is losing $18, $20, $18, $24. You know that kind of thing. At the end of the day, you feel like, shaking it there, pay me back. But before you know it, you check the long run. Long run. That's just what I always tell people. Long term. Let the focus be on long term, not short term. The goal is not for short term. Short term might look dicey, but if you look at it in the long term view, the result is crazy. So these are other settings you can see. I'm just trying to be as open as possible so that you guys can see all these things and at the end of the day, decide what it is you want. Decide what it is you want. So it's already 9 here. So I'll be
Ah,
bringing this to a close. Let me just give us a few minutes. Let us ask questions.
test
You
another
can
pair,
unmute.
please.
Pardon?
Test another pair, please.
Okay, another pair. All right. So I give everyone the opportunity to unmute. So if you want to unmute, let's check the next pair here is Euro SGD. Okay, let's check what Euro SGD will give us. I don't know yet, but all right. So all these pairs already have their data. That's why if you check my reports, you'll notice that the data always like intact because I always download data almost every day, to update my data sets. There's still a lot of work on my hand. There's still a lot of work on my hand to do. But 1 minute, please.
Oh God, me, I think this is the settings, though. Nothing more, I beg. Nothing more, I
Guy,
beg.
let the settings, let the calculation finish. Be like say because we dey see am from that side, make I put am for here. Okay, so I think people are already sending me DM of what they prefer as their settings. Please send me the DM so that we can just put it on your account and and then the result starts coming when it's
Yeah,
time.
there's another question.
Yeah,
The
go on.
percentage, when you want to give me percentage base, can you make the percentage
Yeah,
in decimal form too?
percentage like okay, less than 1%.
You know, now this one is a fixed lot size. Can you make it a percentage base? Like it to
Of
start with
course,
like that 0.1, then increase to 0.2 when it gets to a certain equity.
yeah, that's possible. That's very possible. We already have that in our input section. I'll show you when. Let's conclude this one, then I'll show you that one. Now, see, if you show this, let me be honest with you. If you show this equity curve to forex traders, they tell you one thing, they say it's unrealistic. But this is why I always believe it is realistic, and I always tell them it is realistic. If every of my trades were just TP alone, then it is unrealistic. But if I'm having negatives in between, like this, then tell me how is it unrealistic? Because we have periods of drawdown. This one is just like this one we are seeing now is just like okay, the one that is, maybe favorable or anything like that. What about the ones that are not favorable? Periods that we have passed that are not favorable, but because we have passed quite a lot or a long period, and this thing. Let me check. Okay, this is from 2019. This data is from 2019. I'm trying to calculate it by. The data is from 2019, so that's why it's taking so long, and that's why it looks like super profitable because it's a long period of time. Now look at the difference. Now look at the difference. Someone that started $1,000 and this is about 50 something $1,000. But how many people will wait to keep trading an account from 2019 till now? Of course, not me. I would have withdrawn. At least withdraw your capital. Then leave the rest. I know of a guy. Of course, that one was using martingale. We don't use martingale here. Check the results. You can see every trade will close before another one will open. Is there close SL or close TP? Either close SL or close TP or normal close, but two trades on one pair will not run at the same time, except of course, we can be like, okay, let's choose settings A and settings B and settings C. Those ones we will go into the technicals later. But what I'm trying to tell you is the whole system of the system of operation. See this now. Look at this. Now let me give you an example. Now we will still pay commission for this kind of trade. Even the losing trade will still pay commission. Now, so we still pay commission for this trade. So that's why I always factoring my commission into these things. And look at periods like this when you lose, gain small, lose more, lose again, gain small. Let me see. Let's go down. Gain more, lose. And many people will give up. All this losing. I lose $10 today, lose $15, lose $20 tomorrow. And I'm getting $2, $1, $1, $7, $1, $6. Doesn't look to a lot of people like this thing does not you pay. No extra they mix Yoruba join. Looks like this thing don't make sense now, but look at the profit factor 7.03. Crazy profit factor. Win profitable trades 95%. Total of 18,000 trades. And we won 17,000. I'll be losing this 134 of it. So maximum consecutive win. What is it? 830 trades consecutively. 830 trades were profitable, and we have a maximum consecutive win loss of 4 trades. It's crazy. Somebody says it's crazy, baby. Okay, Google will see. All right. So you were asking something about percentage. Now I don't want to use USGD again because obviously that period was long. So let me use percentage. Yeah, this is the percentage settings here. So instead of fixed, we use percentage. So let me use AUDNZSD. I've not tested AUDNZSD before, so I don't know what the result will be. So this should be percentage based. Let me see. First set of trades were, and this should be 1%. Yeah, this is 1% of the account. First set of trades is 0.1, then 0.11. You can see, so it increases as the profit is coming in. Then 0.12. You can see 0.11. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, sure.
Question, maybe.
So I've given you my own verdict on your DM. There's no, I think that this is like the best setting so far. Clearly. I don't die. What the fuck?
It's crazy, actually. This is just the beauty of what's it called? Compound. This is just the beauty of compound. And let's be sincere with ourselves. It is easier when you are looking at it on the screen. In reality, it is not easier because I'm looking for, look at it. How do you take this kind of loss in reality?
When it's not active, me say I'm a thief. I took account from 1K to this place. I'm not scared of losing 500. I beg, take 4,000. I don't mind. What are you saying? From 1K, I each share. I still the panic.
And look at the lot sizes. The lot sizes are not funny anymore. So let's check. Let's check how much extra are we going to pay on this, because we need to pay. So we have a 15.59. It's 15.95, sorry. 15.95 times 7. Oh, not bad. $111. It's not bad. To add to this, to make it $2,000 loss. And still, we still pay $100 plus on this profit that I not even reach. And this one said Windows 2, that kind of thing. But either way,
You know the thing. What me I would say is, for most people, they should just do it like this. Anything I can make your 1K turn to 2K, put your capital back in your pocket, then use the 1K to continue. So anything that you now see is on God.
Exactly. That's how it should be normally. Normally, that's how it should be. No, that's what I actually always advocate for as well. So it's what I advocate for. So this setting is actually very good. I know personally myself is very good, very, very good. Giving 90-something% wins, but I still think the settings I prefer most is in a case where the AI does not close, and I don't trail as well. So I don't trail and the AI does not close. That's the settings I prefer most. So it's a back and forth. It exposes the let me say the profitability of the system itself. Because the truth is, when you trail profit at times. You can't really tell, okay, maybe the market would have reversed. Maybe I would have lost a particular trade that I made profit from. A lot of maybes will be in it. A lot of maybes will be in it. But when it's just straight profit, TPSL, 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 you know that it is obviously telling you, okay, this is the system. Now, let me be realistic with you. If I decide to change the risk reward ratio, okay, this is SGDJPY. This is some exotic pair, very exotic kind of pairs. So not usually traded everywhere, every time. Okay. I just wanted to finish so that I can just show that one and record it again. Okay, so report 9. Spread is 9 pip. Profit factor not too great. Profit not too great, because if you check the period from last year to now, making a profit of just $100 on $1,000. But though it's 0.01, so it doesn't matter now. Okay, so I was about to say something. I think I forgot. I wanted to say something, and I think it's related to TP and SL. TP and SL. I forgot. I wanted to say something. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I remembered. Okay, so what I was saying is that I may decide to adjust the risk reward ratio, and the system would crumble. See, one of the reasons why many systems fail, why people buy EA and they say that the EA is not working, it's not profitable, is because they couldn't understand that not every EA can be used at every time frame. Now, let me show you something different now. Okay, if I decide to use this expert advisor, this same one that has been profitable, everything we've been seeing so far, and I decide to use it from morning till evening, from AM to PM, what will the result be? Look at the results. I'm trying to show you guys everything so that you can make informed decision. You saw what we had before on this same pair. I look at what we have now. Look at the difference. Look at how it went to draw down first, then starts fighting back, to get us profitable. Of course, overall, we'll say it is profitable, but still, it's not like what it was before. The difference is there. Let me stop it. Let me use AUDNZ. I think that one is pretty fast. I think it's pretty fast here. This one is still profitable, still fine. Morning till night, to care. But you see some time where you see the curve. Look at how long it takes it here, and it could not even make extra profits. From when? 16th of January 2023 till 4 months. 4 months, and look at it, it's even going down after 4 months. But if we return it back to the trading time frame where it is programmed to work best, based on the logic of the system, look at now, he just got his own breakout and started making profits. Sure, you understand, but you can observe that there's difference, pure difference. So literally, it's range between January 2023 to 7 straight months without profits. How many clients would wait for 7 months without profits? How many clients? 7 straight months. Even myself as a programmer, myself as as the manager of everything, how do I continuously convince clients to relax? Oh, we have 2 minutes left. Sorry, we have about 2 minutes left. So I'm just trying to show you the possibilities of everything so that you can make informed decision. The system is profitable. What you need is time and capital. Simple. Time, capital, at all. And one thing I think I have pretty well my hand is time. So I think I just wanted to test one more thing. Okay, let me return this to 18 and return this, take profits to 40. So which means I'm risking 1 to make 2. What will it look like? What will be the difference? Now look at it. Something that was very, very profitable before. Look at how the whole pattern changed. So the best settings, yeah, please, you can exit the meeting. Okay, you have exited already. So the best settings is what I already have, and I've already shown you guys. Best settings so far. So we hit about 40% drawdown from absolute drawdown this time. Absolute drawdown. which means from my capital. Absolute drawdown. So, and majority of clients will never want to hear that kind of thing. Instead, if I be client now, I will complain. I will complain. So no matter how much I even love the programmer,
Use that 1-to-1 and the trailing again. Let me see it.
1-to-1. Yeah. Even without trailing itself, there's something that you like about that trailing, man. That trailing is crazy. This is 1-to-1. Trailing with percentage risk. We have 1 minute left.
Oh, this is the settings, Jare. I beg, come on, enter there and discuss everything.
It's all right now. It's all right. So it's just that many people don't know. Settings, different periods, everything just has to be in place. Before we get to this point, do you know how much time we've invested in test this, does not work, test this, frustrations, almost breaking the PC and every kind of things like that. But we thank God we are here. So let me just stop the video now, since we know that our section is almost up. So we'll be joining the next section. Okay, no problem. So we'll meet later in the DM. Thank everyone for